Start technical ignition out.
Last week on Sailing Tipsy Gypsy, we showed you our shakedown cruise to Mackinac Island and the Mackinaw Islands. We enjoyed all that Mackinac had to offer, including biking and hiking all around and through it. It was an extremely cold trip, but also got to officially trial run our sailboat through some of the most beautiful freshwater islands we've ever seen. Okay, we're new at making movies and at times have been pretty slim when taking footage along our travels. We promise to get better over time, but instead of wasting all the film over our summer travels, we've combined months of adventuring into this one episode before we arrive to the North Channel. We know you'll enjoy. After our travels to Mackinac Island and the Mackinaw Islands, we started our journey to Muskegon, Michigan. Our first stop was to Beaver Island. We sailed the majority of the way, but turned on our engine for a few hours to compensate for the lack of wind. Due to us motoring so much in Mackinac, we ended up running out of diesel right as we approached the channel. We quickly pulled up our sail and anchored in their beautiful St. James Harbor. Beaver Island is the largest island in Lake Michigan and has a very interesting history, starting with its unique Mormon kingdom in 1848 and then being replaced with Irish immigration by the mid-1880s. It has been known as America's Emerald Isle and is now mostly known for its beaches, forests, and recreational harbor. We enjoyed the island for 4 days and explored almost every part. It was the very beginning of their season and provided only a few restaurants, so we cooked most of our meals on the boat and explored all the sites we could once we rented our car. From there, we traveled back to the mainland to one of our favorite northern Michigan destinations. Petoskey is a coastal resort community that we frequent each summer to enjoy delicious beer, relaxing views, and great shopping. Everything was in walking distance from their harbor and provided us an exceptional Memorial Day weekend filled with beautiful sunsets, scenic dog walks, a daily softball tournament, and lazing around during the long weekend. We stayed at the Petoskey City Marina and had exceptional service the entire time. From Petoskey, we sailed to Charlevoix. We had a heck of a time coming into Charlevoix, including an accidental jibe. But it gave us a beautiful anchorage for a few days to provision and lay low before our first crew member joined us for the long trek down the West Michigan shoreline. From there, we were off on our first overnight passage past the Mackinaw Peninsula and Manitou Islands.
You're not allowed to anchor because it's an underwater nature preserve, so you can't do anything to damage the bottom.
Nice! How shallow is it?
Deep. Very deep. You wouldn't want to anchor there anyway.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You couldn't, probably.
Abby! And here is our beautiful sunset. Say that again.
I did. What?
Say it now.
Right in front of North Manitou Island.
Gosh.
Wow, 543 feet.
We stopped for a nap in Mackinaw City and then jumped over to Whitehall and Montague, where we would enjoy a couple days with our friend Steve. We stayed at the Whitehall Municipal Marina and walked to its neighboring city, Montague, to witness the world's largest weather vane and to drink at Bardic Wells, Michigan's premier maker of honey wine. Mead is a fermented honey and is the original alcoholic beverage, predating both beer and wine. All mead has honey, but some also have fruit, herbs, or spices added in addition. Steve has the best mead we've tasted and an exceptional selection of sizers, as well as a honey and hops collection he has named after different cluricons, or clues. We were invited out to his property to let the dogs roam free and witness some of the honeybees in action. It was awesome, and I can't wait to go back to restock during the holidays. For more information about his mead or where his meadery is located, check out the link above. We were now on the home stretch and made it to Muskegon for a few days. Muskegon Lake is Tipsy Gypsy's home port and currently where we keep our other sailboat full-time. From there, we picked up some friends and sailed across Lake Michigan to Chicago for an America's Cup qualifying round of races. This race made history for premiering in freshwater for the first time. Although it was built up in excitement, there was little wind and less racing in the first day. The second day, however, was much windier and provided us an actual race to watch. Those boats moved quick, and watching them fly across the course was crazy. Artemis Racing took the weekend and provided us an awesome weekend with friends. We went down for the weekend with a small crew, but ended up staying in Chicago for a few extra days and ended up sailing it back on our own. We of course had boat work to take care of and enjoyed much of the city too. Here we are in Chicago, Illinois. We came here for the America's Cup, and now we're hanging out in the city for a few days. Navy Pier's over there in the distance. We were hanging out there quite a bit this week. And then there's a bunch of parks really close that we've been enjoying taking the dogs and just relaxing for a while. We're headed to a coffee shop to get some internet work for a while and then walk around. All right, so we just got back to our boat. We dinghied up and there was another boat circling it, and it wasn't just another boat, it was another Nonsuch. So we were really excited to see that. It was a Nonsuch 30, and it was the other one that we had heard that was in this mooring field, but we hadn't seen it yet, and so it was really cool to see them circling. And we just made conversation as they were going around, and me scrambling saying hey, hey. So it was really cool to see another one, though. It was the first one that we've seen moving, I guess, and yeah, we're super excited. Now we're on our way to see Flight of the Conchords. We're waiting for a tender because we're leaving literally right after the show. So Baron's getting the dinghy all situated right over here. And the dogs are all pottied and ready to go, as much as they can be for a 20-hour sailboat ride. And then, yeah, we're off. We're leaving Chicago. It's been fun. We loved having the tender service at Monroe Harbor. Basically, you call them on the radio and they drop by beside your boat to pick you up. So convenient, but a little pricey. We also loved having so many awesome parks nearby to enjoy daily walks, and also one of our favorite bands.
I know what they're trying to say. You're trying to say it's a this band this time. Ooh,
Later, Chicago. We're leaving you for a little while. We'll be back in August. Probably not on our sailboat, right?
Probably not.
Strong winds in the right direction allowed our sail to go up and for us to head back to Muskegon. We're out on Lake Michigan, leaving Chicago. We've got our second reef in. It's been around 30 knots since we've left, and we're well underway. We're going exactly the directions we need to. And how fast are we going, Theron? Right around 6 knots, so making a good time.
Bardic Wells.
Alright, we need to trim the sails, but I'm excited to drink that.
Here's the opener.
I say sails, but we really only have one sail,
It's not
so...
open yet.
Wow, that pops right off. He opened it down there, he's being goofy. After our arrival back to Muskegon, we prepped for our journey back north and started saying goodbyes to our friends during an epic couple of weeks. First up was travels to Electric Forest Festival. We've been attending this event since 2008. It's a 4-day music festival that showcases artwork, music from jam bands and electronic artists, as well as providing incredible people watching in every direction. We love this festival and gave us time to unwind with friends for a while. Tickets go on sale in the next couple weeks, but we're still undecided if we will make it in 2017. We were not done saying goodbye to our friends though. The following weekend we joined up again for our going away party to enjoy a beach day, grilling out, and of course fireworks. It was a blast, but would be the last time for a long time that we'd be seeing our friends. We left for Whitehall the next evening to catch a second night of fireworks, actually waking us up from our sleep. After that, it was on to Frankfurt. We arrived to Frankfurt as the sun was setting and soon realized we had made it to their Independence Day celebrations. It was the 4th of July after all. More fireworks were to be enjoyed. It's the 4th of July. All you can see is silhouettes of Theron and some boats. And the fireworks will be starting soon. It was our first time visiting Frankfurt, so we decided to anchor for a couple days on their Betsy River. We were excited to enjoy a new brewery and check out a few of the area's attractions. Then, one of our favorite times of the year arrived. It was time to travel to Leland to enjoy a couple of our favorite places in the world, Fishtown and Sleeping Bear Dunes. Leland has a natural fish ladder, which was a traditional Native American fishing ground. The settlement there was called Mishi-Mi-Gobing, meaning the place where canoes run up into the river to land because they have no harbor. Thankfully, they do have a harbor, and is nearby where Theron's family would be camping. Also nearby is the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. This park covers 35 miles of Lake Michigan's eastern coastline, as well as North and South Manitou Islands. The terrain is absolutely gorgeous. It's been a tradition of Theron's family, and I am happy to have joined in the past couple of years. These camping trips, as well as a few hiking trips to both North and South Manitou Islands, have brought Theron and I closer together and has built our love of being outdoors even stronger. There would be more visits with family before departing Michigan, but this family time was a very nice break and a tradition Theron has been doing for the past 19 years. Every year we have had so much fun. This year we were able to take everyone out on a nice day sail, and we also got to meet some awesome new friends. After Leland, we finally made our way up to the North Channel. At first we thought we might skip it to start heading to New York, but we made time and are so happy we did. We had to take care of a few obligations already scheduled in the upcoming weeks, so we made our way north as soon as we could. We're in the middle of Lake Huron, and Theron is still getting internet enough to be able to work right now, which is awesome. We're starting to see land again though. Almost to Drummond Island. We first enjoyed a secluded anchorage on Harbor Island. Then with high winds and heavy rain predicted, we made plans to stay at Drummond Island's Yacht Haven for a couple of days. We also took care of some issues with our alternator. Alright, Theron's in the engine compartment. He's switching up the alternator, but it just got to be so extremely rainy out. So now he found a couple more leaks in the steering column. And here's a little look at where we're at. It's coming down. We saw the clouds coming, so we rushed back to the boat after being in town for a short while. And Theron is down in there. It's very dark. You can see his knee. You can't see him. There's a signal. It's coming down.
What?
How's the fixing going?
It better be done. I'm not going back down there.
You look a mess. You're so
mess.
dirty.
Shower time. That's why I didn't shower before it.
I know, that was smart.
Alright.
Alright, let's see if this baby works.
Fuel is on. Engine is on. Okay.
Battery is on too.
Oh, turn all the circuits off.
Turn off all the circuits. Like even the plug, the shore power and everything? Everything is off there.
Okay. Read the voltage on the battery.
Battery voltage
Battery
is
1.
13?
13 flat.
Yep.
Okay, ready? Leave the battery voltage thing on. I'm gonna turn it on. You should see it change, okay?
Okay. Went down, then back up.
Yeah, like
To 14, 13, 14. A little bit over 14. And it shuts off? How fancy!
I had the regulator and the exciter switched.
Beautiful.
I
So,
would have overcharged our batteries had we let it run for too
oh,
long.
good thing you
That's bad.
did change it then. So you replaced the alternator successfully before, but now everything is properly fixed.
I hope so.
Join us next week as we leave Drummond Island to sail across the border into Canada and make our way through the North Channel. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Cheers, and thanks for watching.